We've got decisive though there, that'll only give me a ferric, but we did take quite a bit of damage. Won't need a shaman hero, so then the shaman heroes can be my scouts. That's at level 12. Okay. Do that for the time being. So with this army, I'm going to be having, well, Chaos Spawn, Giant Jabberslav and Gorgons are all going to be in the army, as well as Ghouls and Bestigors. I won't have any Minotaurs in this army. I have Minotaurs in my second army. I generally build Chaos Spawn in my first army, always with Morghur, and usually with Khazrak and Malagor. The only ones that I build Minotaurs with first is Taurox, because he buffs Minotaurs like this guy buffs Spawn. But this is the important thing to look at. So this is an extremely important building, and you need this in every single goddamn HERDSTONE that you erect. Every one. Two key things in it. Ignore the Wind's Magic Power Reserve thing. That's not bad, you know, obviously it's an extra thing in there, but it's not the reason you build this building. Provides line of sight over all regions in the blood ground, so it's like a scout, but for your entire area, but from your HERDSTONE. So rather than relying on heroes to get line of sight, the building does. As long as it's in your blood ground, you can see it. But then dread gain from battles, only from battles, bear in mind, so not your building that you build in your... So like, for example, the building I'm going to build is this one here. So this is 20 dread, then it's 50, and then it's 100 per turn. And this is stacks for each army that you've got that you build this building in. But that doesn't get the increase from the building here. This is purely from your battles. So any battles that you do, you get 20% more dread, faction-wide, but it stacks. So if you've got 3 HERDSTONEs with this building in, that's 60% more dread from battles. That's how you get your dread up. Because once you start getting onto like Army 2, Army 3, Army 4, your dread cost is going to be pretty fucking high, and these units are going to be a lot dearer to get capacity of. And if you're doing what I'm doing as well, which is having like, well, 3 heroes in the first army, but then I'll be having 2 heroes in subsequent armies. I'll be having the Gorbel for a bit of a combat specialist and training, the Wargor for replenishment, which is really important, and then you've got your Brave Shamans as your lords. Before you go and recruit them though, you always go for this first, always go to upgrade your HERDSTONEs, but then also do this one. So when you recruit a lord or heroes, they come in at rank 15. So they're only 5 levels off of immortality. So it's really good to give them that head start sort of thing. So focus on these 2 first before you focus really on anything else. If you need to spend some capacity on the unit cap here to get some better units into your army, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. But I wouldn't go spending capacity on extra heroes until you've got this. And the same here. So what we need to do is, because we do keep the HERDSTONEs, ideally if we can, we need to build that building. The other building that I also build usually is this one. Vigor in battle winded. You just say winded, but it's actually incorrect. It's actually very tired. For all non-warriors of Chaos, Beastmen and no-skin units, or Bloodground regions. So it's winded actually down here, it's tired here, and it's very tired here. It's a typo that CH haven't updated because they're fucking lazy. It then reduces their movement speed, and there's a small chance plagues can break out, but the plagues won't hurt you or your ally-based units. So Warriors of Chaos, or Norskins, or Nurglish units, apparently. I mean, technically it shouldn't affect any of the Demons of Chaos either, but obviously tweaked that slightly. Because this one, you don't really need that. Especially not when you've got a Warghur in there. And missile units is a waste of time for Beastmen. Beastmen is a melee army, and they're one of 3 armies in the game that have the ability to ambush while moving normally. They have the chance of ambushing. You want a melee based army, you do not want ranged. And even then they've only got like I think 2 or 3 ranged units. You've got Ungor Raiders, which are shit. The only way they are sometimes effective is because they've got Stalk, so they can get in range before they're seen, but they pale in comparison to other armies' range units, like big time. The other one I think is one of these. These guys, Centigo throwing axes, and nobody uses these. I mean, they're on piss missiles, but the range is dog shit, and these haven't got Stalk, where the Raiders have, and the ammo is really fucking low. They're just not worth taking. The only other one is the Cygor. Now, the Cygor's not bad. He's an artillery piece that can also fight to a degree in combat. His melee defense is dog shit. His melee attack's not bad. But I don't generally take these either. Because your army's into combat that quickly, all these going to end up doing is dropping boulders on the heads of your own guys. So I don't see any point in taking them. Other than when you've upgraded your HERDSTONE and you get like one for free. Because you get one here at the top at tier 5. You can put that into an army to replace a unit of like Ungors, because it is obviously way better than an Ungor unit. But as part of like a fully completed army, I don't take any range units. Beastmen excel at being pure melee armies, and because they've got abilities to ambush really high, like in hidden encampment stance, as well as keep it for the time being. The Ungor really just doesn't suit this army. Just get it out of there. I know some people like to have armies of Ungor Raiders. Me personally, I couldn't imagine anything worse. They're not. They don't gel with how a Beastman army works. A Beastman army is designed for melee combat. With all your ways to high ambush chance, attacking in ambush stance normally, which is only the Beastmen, Wood Elves and Skaven have that in the game at the moment. They're the only 3 factions that have it. And if you can attack someone and get an ambush off, it can do so much for you. I mean, it obliterates ranged armies. Ranged armies can't do a fucking thing. They're like dead on arrival. And because you're on them in seconds, they can't do anything. It's just the fight is over. If their army is like, say, more than 7 or 8 range units in it, those units are all completely useless. They're all dead. So all they've got to rely on is their melee units. And even then they're probably getting hit in the flank and rear. Especially with how I set up ambushes, which you're probably going to see at some point in this campaign anyway. So fret not, I will show you how to set up the perfect ambushes. It does depend also on the ambush map, because some of the ambush maps actually aren't that good. Some are a bit shitty, where they
we talk instead of fight kill, yes? Make a deal pact with Strife, yes.
There we go, that's what I wanted. Clan Scryer is a very worthwhile ally if he can get rolling. If he can survive, he can build some nasty armies. And if you get him as a, I'm not sure if it's only defense, if it's just military, it might be defensive ally. But it used to be only military ally in Warhammer 2. They might have changed it for Warhammer 3, I don't know. But if you're his military ally, he will use his nukes, his Doom Rocket, on AI enemies rather than you. Because you're an ally. And that's something he generally won't break once you're like an ally. Unless you do something to piss him off, obviously. But if you've got good relations with him and done nothing to annoy him, he will save the Doom. He'll normally save the Doom Rocket for the player. But in very hard difficulty and above now, Ikit Close Faction will build more than one Doom Rocket. So they can have Doom Rockets in multiple armies. Because I think they can have up to, I think it's 8 in their entire faction. And they will build more Doom Rockets. So by using a Doom Rocket, don't think they haven't got one coming back at you, because they have. They really, really have.
Ignore that. I refuse.
Let's go hit this. See how these do against gates. Where's its arc at? Its arc's there. Can't quite avoid that with that one. That one's got to go sideways. They're not attacking the gate, they're just walking to it. They're going to let them in. Fucking archers. Always firing at my chaos spawn. This is why you've got to get missile resistance against fucking Empire and stuff. And you'll be facing a lot of missiles with, well, actually both Morghur and Khazrak. So you want missile resistance on your armies wherever you can get it. Because you're going to be facing Empire, Wood Elves, Dwarves, and Bretonnians. Bretonnians won't bring as many missiles as the other three will. But they still have some missiles in there. It's really annoying in the early game like this because you haven't got anything to buff your spawn. So these two spawn that you get at the beginning, while they're very, very weak now, they can be very, very strong later on. But you've got to try and get them to survive. I don't mind you shooting at the chariot. Shoot the chariot all you fucking want. Right, victory point's been captured. Good. Right, okay. Send them. Hopefully they'll listen to me and go through the gate and not try to go up the wall. Right, the gates are down. Okay. In here we're just looking to create some noise. Noise basically and a distraction. A nice big fuck you distraction. I might keep the spawn out there, so I don't want them getting shot. So at the moment they've got no missile resistance really. But they haven't got any missile resistance. So at the moment they're going to take full damage and they've got like fucking what, 10 armor, which is basically nothing. That's why it's annoying whenever I see a skill point upgrade that gives you fucking extra 10 or 5 or 15 armor. It does nothing. It does absolutely nothing. If you're going to give us armor, you need to give us like plus 40, plus 50, something like that. Maybe even plus 60. But below that, it's just not worth giving us. Instead of that, just give us missile resistance or physical resistance. If it's going to be 5, 10 or 15. 15 might be a bit much for some units, but 5 or 10 is not overpowered, but then it's also its physical resistance is not weak, and it works with any unit that hasn't got magical attacks, which is most units in the game. What? They're still somehow firing at my chaos spawn, which is starting to really piss me off. Can we stop them firing at my chaos spawn, please? Fucking hell. All the units in front of them, and the AI is choosing to shoot at the only one that's actually valuable. Where are they firing from? Right, that's their firing range. Right, come back here. That way they definitely can't reach you. Stop shooting my fucking spawn. That's why I didn't send them through the gates, for this reason. Because they'll just get singled out and they'll die. No, 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 come on. Through the gates, you morons. Where the other guys are. Right. See if they can make it up here.
Fast.
Go, move out the gate, go. Oh, okay, spawn unit spawned there. Free one, good. They've got pistoliers running around over here. Where the fuck are you going? No, 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 no. Look up there. Shit. Might spot my guys. They have spotted my guys. Fuck. Fuck it, you go there. Get up here quick. See, they've got a fucking randomised unit fucking running round. No reason for them to be there, just randomly running round the fucking city. It's really, really annoying when they do that. I've not even checked what his trait is. His trait could be complete garbage. Right. His action made it through. They regained the stalk, so the enemy won't be coming back, which is good. And again, they're firing at my spawn. I'm just gonna move my spawn fucking back out of here. Move. Move back out of the fucking way. Don't need to be here, there's no point in it. Have they not captured that yet? There we go. These two have made it to the main capture point though, which is good. Because that captures the city a lot quicker than the other one. What are these units doing? Go! Into combat! Stop standing there! Back in there! Go and help the fucking warlord, the general. Go and do something, useless fucks. I don't care if they die. But Morghur I do, and these. But Morghur's is okay, he's holding his own. Has he got regeneration already? Oh, he has got regeneration. Oh, right, fair enough. Maybe he might be okay. His leadership's not even rebel, though. The fucking unit's still playing catch-up, which is stupid. I need to figure this out. More proper for sieges. Oh, he's gone past his healing cap. Shit. Come on, his caps is fast. Holy God! Because of his bloody Mortis engine effect, fucking hell. Over 70,000 damage and 700 odd kills. He's actually thriving in that combat, to be completely honest. And that's why he's fucking level 2. He hasn't even got anything to help him in combat. He's got no items, no traits, no skills that actually help him in combat either. Fucking Jesus, he's going to be a fucking monster later. As you can see why this is one of the reasons why I love Morghur Shadowkeep. He's fucking brilliant. And because he's got that much missile resistance, you don't really give a fuck about missiles. Missiles can't do much to him. And then once you get that higher, it's just like, it's like, fire at me all you want. All they're doing when they fire is they're killing their own units. Fucking look at his gold damage value. Fucking hell. And this is why he's perfect for what he does. Because he can fight pretty good in combat, and then missile units can't hurt him. And he's a small target as well. Look at him just breaking all the units. He actually won that combat. Oh my God, look at his skills. Fucking hell. And what is the word the Spartans use? The saying? They say a good start. This is a fucking good start for him. Can't believe we haven't got 3 level ups for that. So he gets 10% missile resistance there as well. So yeah, between that and that alone, he's over 90%. I'm pretty sure that used to be 20%. I think they've nerfed it. Yeah, and then you can get some more there. Missile resistance for Chaos Spawn, Minotaurs, Giants, Jabberslaves, Gorgons, which is good. It's also the big units. They get shot at a lot. So they're going to have like 25% missile resistance on my entire army. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. See, with these, I remember these not being that good. I need to go up here at level 12 at least for that. Some good buffs for him. But I don't need to do much else as of yet. See, he kind of works like a spawn as well because he's not got much in the way of armour. So I'll gain 12 melee defense there, 12 melee attack there. Speed and charge bonus. Weapon strength, 8 points. More leadership, that's good. And then another more melee defense. So he's going to have some fair chunky stats. What's this give? Unit capacity plus 2 cast spawn. And I've had a corruption with attacks, magical attacks. Some unit of chaos spawn. Alright, so you can just summon another unit of chaos spawn as well, which is pretty good. Yeah, so his item's actually pretty good. It's a pretty decent item. And see, this one is generally the better one to go for. Plus 15 melee attack in a 35 meter range around the gore ball. Because it's 50 melee attack is a lot. That's a lot of melee attack. And with melee armies, you always want to break through your enemy's front line so you can then kill his squishy range units. But this one is also not bad. 23 armor's not massive, so it's not amazing. But you do get another 5% missile. And if you remember from what Morghur gives, and I think you can get it with most lords, I think. So I think you can get this in most lords. So you get the 10% there. Obviously this requires them to be rank 7 or higher. So they get 15% more there. Obviously with him it's localised. It's only in a 35 meter range around him. But if you've got a lot of spawn around him, then they're at 30% missile resistance. So that's almost a third of missile damage they're not taking. And then you've got to bear in mind that spawn are going to have regeneration later on. They haven't yet got regeneration, so they don't heal. And then with Morghur, which is why at level 12 I'm going up here, I need this at level 12 and then that one straight after. The other ones you can kind of hold off on unless you want to get this straight away, which is not bad either. I usually go for this one. Sometimes I do take this one, not always, because I don't always raid. It's not that useful, because you don't get that much from raiding, to be fair. I mean, you could double down and go with Feasting Upon Man, and then you've got that plus that, and you're getting 50% more from raiding. But while you're in raid stance raiding, you're exposed. You're not in your hidden encampment stance, which is an important stance to generally be in most cases. Because that now gets rid of their city. Tabaro Skaven have taken out, which is fine. If I get those two, it's another 12, so that's 22. could have done with that actually. No, don't occupy it. In fact, actually, no, it's not a problem if he does occupy it. No, I just needed the march ruination. That's what I needed. Actually, he can occupy it because it gives him a second city. I just need to destroy the towns before he does. If he destroys them, I don't get the march ruination. I think something they probably could change when they do the Beastmen rework is what? Move. Is what they should do when you get the Beastmen rework is they should let defensive and military allies. This gives me a defeat against this shit. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't think so. More so than a lot of others. Okay, give me that. Max this one out, put 1 point into there. We can always come back and max out this later if we want to. But we get 30% there for Lord's Army. We only need 2 points in Lightning Strike. I'm not putting a third one in because there's no point. The debuff is stupid. Then we could go there. Put some into that. Could be quite good. You don't need any of those. It's either going to be that one or that one. And what are we getting here? Don't we normally get something as well from... You get missile resistance 10% during siege battles, all armies there. You do get normal regeneration there on Chaos Spawn and Jobber Scythes. But then he gives him horrible generation, which is even better than that. Now the 10% missile resistance there for Gorgons and Giants. So Giants could get to 25%, that would be 35%. And 40% if I have the thing on my... my Gorbel. And see there as well, you've got the research one. Dread gain from battles plus 20%. So that one's obviously from your research. So that's a research version of that building that you get. And that again is all battles, faction wide for all your armies. So if you have that and then 3 HERDSTONEs with it in, you've actually got 80% more dread from battles. And it just stacks. So this is why it's worth getting your HERDSTONEs maxed out and upgrading the buildings in them so you've got a bigger garrison to defend them with. The garrisons are somewhat nerfed now because, like, is it this one? You can get 2 giants there, and I think you used to be able to get, was it more giants there? It's one of the other ones. Yeah, I think they've nerfed it somewhat. Because at one point I could have like 4 giants in a garrison, and you can't do that anymore. They have changed it. And at the moment, which you'll probably see at some point in this campaign, they haven't fixed the minus on battles for Beastmen. So when you go, if a HERDSTONE is attacked, you get supplies on it, as though you are actually getting supplies. There we go, that lets us recover quicker. But yeah, you get supplies that are building, as though you would be able to use the supplies to like build towers and wall, like ramps and stuff, barricades, but you can't actually build anything. You fight it in a beast path as well, which is really narrow, which is actually not good for beastmen, believe it or not, because beastmen are, being a melee army, you want to be able to come at them from the sides. So the beast paths, in my opinion, needs to be changed. It needs like it needs kind of like a set of hoops in it, kind of like you would do for like a gold cup. So a straight part, but then 2 hoops in it. So your units can branch off and go round these 2 areas to come behind the enemy, or into the flanks of the enemy. So they're not just covering one angle. The strange thing is, battles like Beast Paths, the Underway for Greenskins and Dwarves, the World Routes for the Wood Elves, they all benefit ranged armies. They don't benefit melee armies. Because you're in a narrow corridor heading to a melee army, a ranged army. And they've got their melee units out front that you can't get around. So you're stuck fighting their front line. So unless your units have the mass or some ability to push through them, you're stuck fighting them. And if they've got good strong units, say like Dwarven Ironbreakers, you're not getting through Ironbreakers. They're incredibly difficult to break, if not the hardest unit in the Dwarven roster to break. And they're also incredibly good in combat. They can have like 80 plus melee defense when they're fully tricked out. You're not getting through that. And all the while you're stood fighting the Ironbreakers, their handgunners, their quarrelers, and even some of their artillery are still firing into your army. And you're taking mass amounts of damage. So, in my opinion, personally, Underway for Dwarves, they can keep it as it is, it benefits Dwarves, because Dwarves build ranged armies. World Routes for Wood Elves, they can keep it as it is, it benefits Wood Elves. But Beast Pass for Beastmen, and the Underway for Greenskins, who are primarily melee armies rather than ranged, they need a rework as well. Because they don't benefit those factions when using them. He's got strong, that's not bad actually. Makes him a bit of a powerhouse. Fleet-footed, so he's a bit faster. And he's got Strider. Oh, he's got fucking... That is not a lore magic I'm going to be using. I'll just get rid of him.
I will not obey.
Bill Bally's not a city. What? What's injured on this army? Fuck this. Okay, it's fine. Right. That's a really narrow area. I have to get fucking small in there. They've done this part in here in the middle weird. It's like they made two sections out of one section of wall. So a fourth unit could get in there. That's kind of strange.
Cloven ones!
Before they get 2 fucking barricades built. They can defend the fuck out of this as well, because they can have barricade either side. Tower there, it's also a fucking decent point. And if you'd got archers like on this, because the archers can shoot while being mounted on top of that, or handgunners, and they can't attack you. It's fucking fiercely easy to defend these points. If I'd got this as my like defensive battle for almost anything, and I'd got an okay-ish like average garrison with range units, I wouldn't be losing. You'd need like overwhelming number, like fucking 4 armies or something to fucking even stand a chance. No. Whoa, 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 what's going off here? What's going off here? Why is Morghur getting his ass kicked? Apparently he's not doing too well against an Empire Lord, but then just broke almost straight away. Alright, okay. It's okay, he's healing now. I can't believe the enemy lord was killing him. I mean, I suppose he hasn't got any combat stats really to beef him up. All he's got at the moment is like 5 melee defense, I think, from that first one that gives him more muscle. He's got 95% muscle resistance. What the fuck? Okay, that's weird. Oh! The Lord's Army one gives him 10% in the battle as well. Yeah, his mortis engine effects don't make it. I think they're breaking. No. Go through the gate. The gate. Oh my god. Beefed up minotaurs, that sort of stuff, just nope. Skaven are probably one of, if not the least effective faction in the game for building a melee like roster. They are more designed for ranged. That is where their strength lies. And it's where their strength lies, and obviously ranged armies don't do well against getting ambushed. If you get ambushed, like walk into an ambush with a ranged army, then you've done something wrong, because you should be scouting out your area ahead of you first. Obviously against Beastmen, you can't control it because Beastmen have it as their normal move stance. So armies like Beastmen, Wood Elves, Skaven can't ambush by normal attacking. Now obviously Skaven, fighting Skaven, you're going to be ranged on ranged. Pretty much the same with Wood Elves for the most part. Unless you're fighting Durthu or Drycha, they'll be the only ones that'll bring like a majority melee army. Again, if they catch a Skaven army, or even another Wood Elf army, like get them with their ambush when they attack, then you're kind of doomed. And the same with Beastmen. But Beastmen, unlike Wood Elves and Skaven, Beastmen are only dangerous in the hands of the player. The AI has got no idea how to fucking use Beastmen whatsoever. Oh, I was just off it. Yeah, it's because we've got quite a small HERDSTONE. I do want a Brave Shaman though as soon as I can recruit one, but I want a Brave Shaman of Shadow. I don't want the shit one that they gave me, fucking beasts. I could get one with that, actually. Because you always have one capacity to begin with of your heroes, and it's good to get your first heroes in quite early on. Because like my hero already is rank 5 already, so it's worth getting them in there. The sooner the better. So what I might do is I might go a bit out of character with it and build this. I mean, that's good as well because it gives you Shatterstone, which is always good for when you go into a siege. Just bring down 2 sections of the wall. But yeah, I can then get my Brave Shaman in. And if I upgrade this, once I get tier 3, I can recruit my Warghur. You need him for the replenishment. He's hella important in a melee army. That's one thing that Warriors of Chaos is lacking, because they don't presently have a hero that gives them casualty replenishment. And they should have one. Because realistically, they should have training from the Exalted Hero, replenishment ideally from the Sorcerer, and then the Cultist should give you like scouting or whatever the fucking other one is. Should give you that. And then you could use the Cultist as your scout. Right, since this part is quite long, but it's the first part, I like to get it rolling. Get it underway. Give it a separate save. I'm going to leave this part here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If there's any questions you want to ask about Beastmen, you want to answer, feel free to drop something down in the comments and I will respond to you as soon as I see the message. If you liked, leave a like. If you're new around here, drop a subscription. Help grow the channel. Catch you on the next video, everyone. Take care of yourselves and I'll speak to you all very, very soon.